Well, hello everyone. This is Robin Carter, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of Flower Mound, Texas. And today I'm here to go over with you the discontinued products as well as show you some of my favorites and also some bundles that are no longer going to be available as bundles. And in case you have a little confusion of understanding the last chance products list, I'm going to explain that better to you. But before we begin, let me thank those of you that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support. And if you're new to my channel, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe. So let me switch cameras to down below. Actually, before, let me say, this is how I normally do my crafting, in a ponytail. So I thought I would make it real. I was out watching the eclipse today. I was in one of those zones where we got to see 100% of totality with the eclipse, and it was amazing. So I really enjoyed that. And so rather than do my hair, I thought I would just put it up in a ponytail like I normally craft. And this is me. So let me switch cameras. Hold on. Let me get to the right scene here below. And of course, it's messed up a little bit. Let me switch that. I've got it way up above and zoomed in so it doesn't get in the way of me. Okay. Okay, so now we're down, face down, and here are the catalogs. So retiring items will be from the mini catalog, January of April 2024 of the Stampin' Up! Mini catalog, as well as the annual catalog as we get ready to bring in the new annual catalog. So I have printed out the retirement list, and I don't expect you to read this, but I am just going to explain some things as we get started. So you may notice that in reference, there's some 3 asterisks, some are 2 asterisks, and so on. So I'm going to explain that to you real quick. So if one of your items, I just have here the Heartfelt Hexagon bundle, which is one of my favorites. It has a 3 asterisks beside it. And so what that means is that it explains at the very end. It says, while the items in these bundles are not retiring, they will no longer be available in a bundle after April 30th. So this is one of my favorites. And let me see if I can find, I didn't grab that one. However, the punch has been out of stock. And I think the last time I saw it was supposed to be in on April 22nd. Grab that punch. So this is the punch, and it goes with a lovely stamp set. Okay, here is the stamp set right here. And so you can see that it coordinates well with this outline of the punch, but it also has some great sentiments. So this is going to be, in my opinion, a must-have for some great sentiments and an easily punch to use. So be watching for this punch when it comes back in stock. When it does, the item number is here, 162888. And then the stamp set is 162882. There is a bundle, so be looking for that when this punch is back available. You look for those under savings and then bundles. And actually the bundle number is here, 162889. So when this punch is back in stocks, that bundle will be available. But since it has 3 asterisks, just know that in the new catalog, you can still purchase these items. You just will not get the bundled savings of 10%. You will buy the punch separate and the stamp set separate. So that's what the 3 asterisks means there. Okay, and then if there's 2 asterisks, like this perennial postage bundle, what that means is that the bundle includes some products that are not retiring, and it says refer to the retired list. So basically that means the bundle is a stamp set and a die. So either the stamp set is retiring or the bundle is. And when you refer to the list under stamp sets and or the tools of dies, you will then see which one of those is retired. I can tell you that for the perennial postage bundle, the stamp set is actually retiring, which is usually the case, and the dies are staying. So that's what the 2 asterisks mean. And then, by the way, I don't think I mentioned, so I'm doing this now because at midnight Mountain Standard Time, which would be April 9th, the discounted savings go into effect for the items listed and their savings that they list there. So that's just something to keep in mind. So that explains those asterisks. There's one other asterisk. Is to note that the hostess stamps you can only still purchase with hostess Stampin' rewards. You cannot purchase those just adding them to your cart. So to earn Stampin' rewards, your order needs to be $150 or more. And by the way, I do have a current host code going for April. So when you're looking at these products, and if you do not have a demonstrator, I would appreciate you using this host code to place your order. All the items are while supplies last, and some items are already gone, but there are still plenty to choose from. Any order of $75 or more, you will receive a special gift from me. So let's get started with some things that I want to say goodbye to. Anyway, this is one that I just brought in with this last memorable moments or something paper pumpkin, the March paper pumpkin. And it's called Seasonal Branches. Now, let me point out, there's a slew of dies here. And this die set is going to be 50% off starting at midnight, Mountain Standard Time on the 9th. So this is an example of, right now it is available as a bundle. And let me show you that. Let me get out that list for the annual catalog. I hope I highlighted it. Yes. So it is a bundle, right? For $53. However, the stamp set, which is right here, is $25. And then the dies, there's a big long list of things. The dies are 50% off at Seasonal Branches. Well, when I find that, I will let you know. But anyway, they are 50% off. So this is an example of where you would not purchase the bundle because it's going to be less. You're going to save more by buying the stamp set individually and the die set, since the dies are 50% off. So I really want to find that. But the item number for these dies is 161364. And so that's, if this is something, a bundle that interests you, this is an example of where you will save more by buying them separate because the dies are have such great savings of 50%. Okay. I also want to point out that there's the All That dies, and these are great to have for sentiments. You can see it has 1, 2, 3, 4 great sentiments, as well as these little flag that could be for small sentiments, and this arrow. And so it also has great savings. And the item number for this is 159078. So be sure and check that out if you need some more label dies. Yeah, it is 40% off for $16.80. And then here's the Seasonal Branches dies I was looking for. I didn't have it highlighted over here. They are $17, so half off for those Seasonal Branches dies. So that's the All That dies. Another thing I want to point out is this Petal Park stamp set. So there is a coordinating punch. Let me grab that back here in my punches. Here it is. Okay, so this punch is going to still be current in the new 2024-2025 annual catalog. However, this stamp set is retiring, and I don't think there's any savings on it, but the item number for this is 160571. This makes lovely flowers on its own, but you can see here that it perfectly punches out these. And this is one stamp. I think I have it in my Stamparatus. It's not in here. Oh, here it is. It is one stamp, so they're already lined up for your punch. Just take note of which way you punch it so that this will go into the paper correctly with the big flower on the left. So this may be something you want to grab up. It does make beautiful flowers, and so it's one of my favorite things too. Put that up so I don't lose it. Okay, next, now here are some bundles that are going away completely that I have recently discovered. They were in the mini catalog, but they make beautiful leaves and things like that. And it's called the Notes of Nature, and it's a part of the mini catalog. And so we can go back here and find it. They're in alphabetical order. So the whole bundle is on page 71, and the bundle number is 162640. I don't think there were any savings. Let me check that out real quick for you. Now I've got two lists here getting all confused together. Notes of Nature. Okay, well actually the dies are 20% off, but the cling stamp is 24. So let's see, 46.75. It's actually just a few cents cheaper if you order them individually. So not a whole lot of difference there between the bundle price and the buying them individually. So there is that set. You can see here it makes a nice long leaf and these beautiful leaves here, as well as a notebook. Now I have a planner, and I've wondered if these would punch the holes perfectly for my planner if I wanted to insert some pages. I haven't tried that yet. Okay, there is some gorgeously made dies, and these have this beautiful big leaf. I think I have it stamped or die cut right here, and it's been one of my favorite little leaves to share. All right, and I think those are discounted. Let me go check those out. They're going to be in this list as well. I really thought I was organized for this video, but sometimes I get sharing so much that I forget that I have that on there. Actually, they're in the annual catalog. My apologies on that. But the item number for the Gorgeously Made dies, and this is just a new thing I started doing, was making a copy. So if one goes missing, I know which one. 161202. And let's look for Gorgeously Made. Okay, they are 20% off as well. So this is, even though it is available as a bundle, maybe you just like the elements of this and you prefer to get it like this. I don't believe these cut out a specific stamp with the stamp set. All right, and then I have to sadly show this. My scallop contour dies are retiring, as well as the stamp set. Now the dies that cut out the stamps are just these two, but if you've followed my channel at all, you know I use these quite often, and they are discounted right now at 30% for $24.50, and the item number for these are 155560. Now I may have to be a rebel and keep using these, especially with my paper pumpkin, so I do try to use always current product, but there's not a good replacement for these. There is the postage stamps. Right now, I'm not a fan of them. Maybe they will grow on me, and I'll bring those into my crafts as well. Let me see what else I have. Now I'm going to share some items. Well, I have a couple more that are retiring for good. So this is Two-Tone Flora, and actually I'm getting ready to do a bundle class with it because it's one of my favorites, and I haven't done a whole lot with it. But the star of this show is this big background stamp. And so let me share with you some cards that I've made that are going to be part of my class. And then of course there's a die to cut out each one of these flowers, which this is a two-step stamping. So you do the solid and then you have some detail. And I can show you that in the cards that I've made. So this one I did copy from someone on Pinterest, and when I do the class I'll actually give her credit for this. I love how she colored this die right there, but you can see the two-tone or two-step stamping where it does a solid and then a detail over it. It also has these beautiful greenery that also have dies that go with them. Like I said, the star of the show is that big detailed die. And here I took the die and I used it as a mask for this, but it also colored it beautifully to make its own card. So that shows how you can do the positive of the die and then get the negative part here. So that's those two. And then here's one where I just used it in white, that detailed die with some designer series paper behind it. And I'll explain where I get the sentiments and the colors when I do that class. So this would be a great thing to grab up if it interests you, because the dies themselves are 50% off. So this is another example where if this is something that interests you, although this is not available as a bundle, but you would purchase them separately. So the dies are only $19.50, and the item number is 159181. And the stamp set is 160844. So that's a beautiful set to grab up with those savings. I think that's all the ones that are retiring for good. Now I want to share some of my favorite items that will no longer be available as a bundled savings. Let me clean this up just a little bit because there's no discount when they are carrying over. So these were out of the mini catalog. We have the stippled roses. So like I said, these are no longer going to be available as a bundle. I can tell you the bundle price right now. Stippled roses. All right, I'm going to keep looking while I show you the next one. This painted lavender is still going to be current, but no longer as a savings. Here's the painted lavender bundle. It's 162597. Okay, and that has the 3 asterisks beside it if you're looking at the retirement list, showing that it's still current, going to be current, but they're no longer going to be in the bundled savings of 10%. Okay, and then we have the wild ferns. This is one of my favorite, and look, it's very much like the timeless arrangements, where it has this die that is meant kind of to go on a label. It gives you a nice place where you can then add the greenery around your label. So that's much like the timeless arrangements, which are sadly retiring. Okay, so that's the wild fern. And the bundle number for that right now is 162655. Again, the bundle savings of 10% is going away. You'd have to purchase these individually. And then one more, which I hope to do a class on. This is the translucent flowers. And it is sticking around, I think. Let me double check. But it's no longer going to be available as a bundle. So this is another example of the bundle is going away, but the stamps and dies are still going to be current. So these might be some items that if they're on your list, grab them now while there's 10% of savings on that. And rather than have to purchase them individually at their full retail price. Now, I have to sadly say that the Poetic Expressions dies that I've shared in the past, they retired. This is the unusual thing, that the stamp set stayed and the dies retired, but the dies are no longer available. So I thought I'm not even going to show those to you, so you don't have to worry about that. Some strange things happen. Like I said, they don't ask me, and I don't understand the reasoning, but that's how it happened. So again, this list of the savings goes live at midnight tonight. So you may want to, and they are while supplies last. So another thing I like to grab up is maybe some ribbon or embellishments when there's savings on those, to add to my craft supply, so that when I make cards, I can have a little more stash of savings with the embellishments and ribbon, especially if it's ribbon that is still a current color. Those are a good time to grab those. So, oh, here's the stippled roses bundle. That's why I didn't see it. It's on the last page. It's 162667. And I think the only other one is the translucent flowers I haven't found yet. I should have sorted these by bundle, and then it would have been easier. I do like to download the Excel version so that I can sort them by this item. And I'm not seeing them. Anyway, my apologies for that. Anyway, I do have an online store, and I believe right now you can go click the star for some items that you might be interested in, and then later you can add all of those to your cart. Or I before have added them to my cart, and then I just get a notification that the price has changed when I go to checkout. So hopefully it won't make me re-enter those things, because I have added a few of these to my cart already, waiting on the savings. So if you have any questions, always leave those in the comment below, and I'll do my best to get back with you. And by the way, if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber of mine, I have figured out a way where I can share the scan and cut pieces that I do. I've opened a new Etsy shop, and so that way I can list those on Etsy, and you can look there to purchase. I still have one set of already cut from the March Paper Pumpkin list, and so you would get all of these cutouts. This shows my scan and cut. Let me get this out of the way so it's not right in your face. You would get each of these flowers. So I think there's like 36 little flowers and a little more than a dozen of the large flowers. And so that way Etsy handles the payments, and I don't have to worry about the sales tax and all of that, because Etsy handles that if sales tax is applicable. I also have the digital file as a download in my Etsy shop as well. So if you're interested in that, I will put in the description box a link to my Etsy store, and also there'll be a link to my blog if you're interested in seeing any of my other posts, or you can always check out my videos for Paper Pumpkin. So I hope to continue to do this with the future Paper Pumpkin kits, or maybe even stamp sets that don't have dies that coordinate with them. So always, if they're not in my store, give me a comment of something that you would like to, or you can always email me. My email address is at the header and close of this video. And so you can email me something you might be interested in if you have a scan and cut. So I just wanted to share that. That was very random, not particularly related to the discontinued products, but I know I'd mentioned that in my past Paper Pumpkin kits that I might be finding a way to which I can share that information and get that to you. If you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber of mine, you can always request those, and I send those to you at no charge. So that's just a special perk I offer to my Paper Pumpkin subscribers. And so let me get back to me. I still can't believe I haven't found the translucent flowers. I really think they're on this list. Let me pull the mini catalog again, and that way we don't have to sit there and look through the list. But like I said, these are no longer going to be in bundled savings. They can only be purchased individually. Go to the bundles, and I find it easiest to go here because then they're listed in alphabetical order. Well, I thought they were. Okay. Well, I'm really struggling on that one. So my apologies. Maybe, was it an online exclusive? Maybe. But none of those are listed here, so I'm a little confused with that. Anyway, thanks for putting up with me here while I try to find those. And like I said, grab up some of these great products while they last. I think I did mention this is my current host code if you do not have a demonstrator and would like to purchase any of these products. So until my next video, thanks for joining me today. Let me get to me so you can, I know you all like to see me now. So thanks for joining me today. The best compliments you can always give me is a thumbs up. Share this video with your other paper crafting friends. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So happy shopping, everyone. Like I said, this goes live tonight, 12 a.m. Mountain Time. And they are while supplies last. So I hope you get the goodies on your list. Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Okay, so I'm back. I had to look up the translucent flowers. So the reason I didn't see them is they were a carryover from the holiday catalog. And in case you're interested in that bundle, it's 162253. So if you stayed till the end of this video past the credits, then you got that information. So again, bye-bye, everyone.